Let's take you to KZN now, where a mass funeral is being held for 5 men gunned down outside Ndwedwe tuck shop last Saturday, you'll remember. Now, 4 of them died on the scene, while a 5th died at a local clinic. No arrests have yet been made, and residents are demanding police to move more quickly. We've got reporter Nqobile Madlala, who's attending the send-off and joins us this morning. A very good morning, Nqobile. The weather here in Johannesburg is indicative of the gloominess and the sadness that the families are experiencing today as they lay their loved ones to rest. Tell us of the kind of sense that you're getting there and the proceedings that we are expecting to take place, as well as the people that we expect to attend.
Well, Rafiwa, yes, just here as well. It's just as bad. I mean, you can see from the people that are coming in that it's quite a sad scene. In fact, we managed to speak to some of them off camera, and they were just telling us that it's very sad to see and to hear such news, having been part of the people, that having lived in this area, as well as having been part of these young people's lives. So a lot of them just saying that this is very sad, but of course they still just want to know what really did happen. But today, at this moment, Rafiwa, we're still waiting to see some families coming into the tent. Nobody at this point has arrived, but we are hearing that there seems to be some proceedings that are happening within their homesteads, and they will then move here. Now, you will know that, Rafiwa, each family, especially in our culture, they have their way of doing things. So in their individual and in their beliefs, they still have to perform those before coming into a space where there's a lot of people. So we are hearing that in the background that is, of course, happening. But what is interesting this morning, Rafiwa, is that we're hearing that out of the people that were affected, which we understand there was 5 of them, one family has asked that they not be part of the mass funeral. In fact, as we were driving this way, we managed to pass through that family's house, and we saw them setting up and getting ready for the funeral. It seems they are going to have their individual way of doing things, and they are keeping that way. And these families will then be together in this tent, and all 4 of them. To those that are going to be in this tent, of course, Rafiwa, is that young person that we heard about that was going to have such a bright future going to America, something that was going to be new in this place, also something that they were going to celebrate for years to come. Unfortunately, that future was taken away from them. But also that one guy is also, his father is Induna, so part of this area that we're in is still under the traditional leaders and traditional leadership, still being part of how things are done on the ground. You can just hear from them in the sense that culture is followed, which will tell you why each family will then have to perform the ceremonies before coming into the main ceremony.
No, absolutely, Nqobile Madlala. And in terms of your engagement with them this morning, have they indicated if police are keeping them abreast of investigations? Because we do understand that no arrests have been made just yet.
No arrest indeed has been just yet. But what we have heard, Rafiwa, is that we know that the provincial commissioner did speak to the mayor, saying that he is going to get his best team that is going to investigate this. We are hearing from the mayor's office that the investigations are still ongoing. But in terms of whether anyone can or will be apprehended today, we don't know at this point. But we do know that it seems the police are going to be here, and we will have a chance to ask those questions. That's, of course, if the provincial commissioner does join, because as we were speaking to some of the organizers, they said that they're still looking on the list, but they do have an idea that some of the officials will be making it to the funeral. But in terms of who exactly, they're still going through their list.
Okay, we'll let you engage with those proceedings, Nqobile Madlala, and we'll catch up with you a little bit later on. That is Nqobile Madlala out in KZN covering the funeral of the 5 men that were gunned down at a tuck shop in their community.